Welcome to this brief overview of the top 3 utilities for creating and managing streaming content within the Microsoft 365 platform. Each of these utilities can offer your organization a significant enhancement to your unified communication strategy for your company and provide immediate, impactful, and measurable value to your organization. It's also important to note that each of these utilities that we're going to review today, we can find a number of non-Microsoft third-party solution providers who offer competitive products. Each of these third-party providers offer different and varying features and functions within their utility. Our purpose today is not to provide a compare and contrast between the Microsoft utilities and these other utilities. We encourage you to ascertain what your business or operational requirements from the utilities are, and then select the utility that best meets your needs both tactically and strategically. We say strategically because Microsoft is the only solution provider who offers all 3 of these utilities in a fully integrated, unified communication solution environment. What that means to you and your business is less training, faster adoption, and a greater leveraging of your streaming content within your organization. Today, we're going to review the top 3 utilities of web-enabled meetings or web meetings, webcasts or webinars, and finally, basic screen recording productions. And yes, there is a difference. By the end of this presentation, we hope that you will be better equipped to understand each of these utilities and how to make informed decisions about which utility you should choose to meet your business or operational objectives. So let's break them down to understand that. First, web meetings. A web meeting offers all of the participants, irrespective of their physical or geographical location, the ability to interactively participate in the meeting, whether by voice or video. Participants can share files, they can share screens, and share other utilities such as a whiteboard or even polling or surveying. These web meetings can be recorded for later distribution within your entire organization through the integrated Microsoft Stream video management utility and distributed to specific employees, groups of employees, or the entire organization. Next, there is the webcast or webinar utility. Within Microsoft 365, this utility is known as Teams Live Events. For larger companies of more than 500 employees who use the Skype for Business platform instead of Teams, this utility is known as the Skype Meeting Broadcast. In general terms, a webcast or webinar is a one-to-many broadcast to a very large audience. The broadcast can be viewed live, in other words, as it's happening, as well as it can be recorded for later distribution. During the live broadcast, there can be some level of minimal interaction between the presenters and the audience or attendees. Typically, this interaction comes in the form of allowing attendees to ask questions that can then be answered either by the presenter or by an assigned moderator or moderators. Last, but certainly not least, there's the ability to create screen recordings in a production studio environment. There's typically no live or interactive aspect to these production recordings. Screen recordings can also be included, screen recordings can also include integrated video, and by its nature, these recordings can be stored for later distribution within your organization or outside. To make effective decisions for which tool to use, we've prepared some guidelines for you to follow. When your business or operational objectives include 1, your organization has fewer than 500 people. 2, a need for live interaction with a group of anywhere between 2 to 250 participants. There's no need for anonymous participants to join. In other words, everybody who is going to attend the meeting has been specifically invited and recognized as an individual participant. Your target participants are either employees of your organization or specific guests outside your organization that you've invited. If you need interactive collaboration on files, whiteboards, or other prepared material during the meeting itself. If you have a need to optionally record the meeting for later distribution within your organization, or you have a need to record it for distribution outside your organization and you have a distribution platform such as YouTube. When these business or operational requirements are present, using the Microsoft Teams web meeting utility is typically your best choice. When you're determining whether or not a webcast might be the tool you need to use, we've outlined these guidelines for you. If your organization is fewer than 500 people, you have a need to host a one-to-many live broadcast event to a very large group of people. You don't need full interaction with your audience, but you'd like to have questions and answers or direct outbound chat communication with the attendees. When your target audience includes anonymous attendees, in other words, people you don't recognize as being part of your network security framework. When your content can be presented in less than 4 hours. If you need statistical records of who attended, how long they attended, and what questions they may have asked and were answered. And you have the need to record this broadcast for later distribution within your organization or outside your organization via a distribution platform like YouTube. When these requirements are on the table within the Microsoft 365 platform, the Teams live event is your best choice. Finally, and probably the most frequent best choice, would be to produce your material in a production studio environment and then record the material for later distribution. The Microsoft 365 platform provides you with the production studio environment with tools such as PowerPoint recording and even Microsoft Meetings. Your recording can be distributed to your entire organization, specific groups within your organization, or even specific employees. And as always, your recordings can also be distributed outside your organization through a third-party content delivery network such as YouTube. So now when we go back to picking the right tool, using these guidelines, we hope you can make informed, effective decisions about which utility you need to achieve your business objectives. Web meetings, webcasts, or basic screen recordings. The Microsoft 365 platform provides all three solutions as part of their unified communication strategy. All of the tools are integrated to the other Microsoft 365 tools that you may already be actively using, such as Outlook Mail, Outlook Calendar, and SharePoint. To recap, for web meetings or online meetings, the Microsoft Teams meeting can be used for fully interactive online meetings such as status meetings, Teams meetings, client meetings, and the like. When we have content or a specific message to deliver to a large live audience with basic questions and answer interactivity, we have the Teams live event utility. And finally, if we need to produce non-interactive content such as training videos, and we need to distribute them to our employees, the Microsoft tools such as PowerPoint and Stream provide us with the production studio we need to produce the videos, as well as the distribution mechanism to distribute those video content to our employees. The Microsoft 365 platform also provides you with the content delivery network for your company to deliver all of your streaming content through Microsoft Stream, Microsoft Teams, or Microsoft Yammer. The need to distribute your content outside your company can easily be facilitated by third-party content delivery networks such as YouTube. For companies that have extremely heavy volume of streaming content delivery within their network, Microsoft also partners with the top 3 enterprise content delivery network organizations so that you can ensure your content is delivered to your employees without compromising your network performance. Thank you for your time today. We hope this short video has helped you frame up your perspective on web meetings, webcasts, or webinars, as well as screen recordings, and provide you some insight on how to choose the right tool for the job.